Like, there was a great moment, like when you said, I read time, and you were stunned there, and you didn't really know what to make of that.
No.
That's a great moment, because it makes me wonder what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, you hooked me.
Good.
Again, you wanna keep, and that was also good for you, because I think you even had kind of a beat before you said, I read time. And it made me wonder, what's she gonna say? And then you say that, and it sort of threw me, which was great, and then you threw me. So those are, you know, your goal is to create a puzzle for the audience to solve. If you can do that, you will not lose your audience if you create an interesting puzzle for them to solve, because they're gonna want to figure it out. So if you just kind of feed me the line, or just feed it to each other fast, you deny us that. So there are times when it should happen, where there's no beats, no pauses, it's just boom, 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 in the end.
Yeah.
But I think you can take some time to get this thing rolling.
Okay.
I also feel like by doing it sort of the way you did it, it does feel to me believable, but I think it does sort of all feel kind of like the same thing, the same note that you're hitting. And the general rule would be, just because a line is written, it doesn't mean it's time to say it yet. Nobody said you have to say the line yet. Why can't you just take a moment and say nothing and just be confused? Do you understand? There can be times when Bobby says something to you and you don't know what to say. I mean, that's what happens in life all the time. You just sort of sit there and try to make it, you know, make out what they mean, and then finally you kind of process it, and eventually you get to your point. Those are the kinds of things, it's similar to when you're dealing with mystery, for example. The power of a pause in mystery is sort of like pulling a rubber band tighter and tighter, and you're creating tension in the audience. Creating tension in the audience is similar to what I'm talking about when I say hooking them, making them wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, when you're dealing with a drama, I mean, in comedy, there's lots of things that you can do to kind of make it exciting, with pauses and punchlines and, you know, principles of comedy and making it funnier to look at, or all the things that we deal with when we're dealing with comedy that you put on top of truth. But when you're dealing with drama, you know, there's a limited number of tools you can do to make it exciting. One of them is making it vulnerable, which you did also. I think, furthermore, by taking more time on your end and searching, I think it's going to be a lot more scary for you feeling-wise. It's going to make you open up and freak you out more. And I want that. Sort of like peeling layers. I've used this example before, but like you're peeling layers of an onion, and you're trying to get to the center. And we'll say the center of your onion is the heart. I don't want you to protect. I want you to open up and allow yourself to feel and freak out by it. It's sort of like in a scene. We want conflict. We want to put it in. So when we're creating a scene, we want conflict not only between me and my scene partner, but also between me, between my brain and my body. That's exciting for the audience to wonder what's going to happen. It's like frequently when I use an emotion like panic and my objective to not lose it. Those two things are in conflict with each other. So I'm inducing conflict the same way I'm asking you to induce vulnerability, to not protect, to open up and allow yourself to be at the mercy of what Bobby gives you or doesn't give you. And let me see you deal with that. And that's tricky, because in acting, your goal is to open up and feel. In life, people walk around like this all the time. They protect. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get bothered. Walk around. But in acting, you've got to do this and then play a character who does this. And in order to play a character who does this effectively, we need to understand where that comes from. So then you have to open up, create her, be, heartbroken or hurt by what he's saying to you, which would drive her to do this and protect. Does that make sense?